back, E-Crew. On today's ride, I'm taking my buddy Will on an e-bike adventure around El Monte right now, all the way going to Monrovia to hopefully check out some holiday lights tonight. Let's roll. I also want to talk about the topic of owning this Super 73 RX for a year now. This is just going to be strictly my opinion. But in my opinion, the Super 73 RX is a really expensive e-bike for the things that it offers. Yes, it's awesome. Yes, it's dual suspensions. Yes, it's aesthetically very pleasing to the eye for most consumers. But by the end of the day, that's just what it is. It's an eye candy of an electric bike at $3,500 plus tax and shipping. You know, you could get a car for that price. You're buying really the community, the brand, and the overall design of the Super 73 RX, especially when the S2 has like the same components. The S2 has the same components, just not weaker on the forks, right? A little bit weaker on the forks, weak on your brakes. Okay, maybe it doesn't have the same components. But
very different bike.
The motor and the battery is the same. And that's those are important main components in my opinion. It's not off-roady, guys. You would be real disappointed if you bought one of these bikes expecting it to take you on the trails. These Badger all-terrain tires are not all-terrain, and everyone just look at the shape of it. It's very slick looking. If it's within your budget, to be honest, I like the Super 73 S2, and then I like my electric mountain bike. That's just me. But if you had one bike to buy, the RX, I guess it's worth it if you only off-road maybe 10 to 20%, and that's on very light off-road. I would not take this bike on steep inclines and declines. It is not the EV that you're looking for. We're making our way to Santa Anita Mall, kind of recreating the old ride that I've taken my other buddy, Jason. But that was last year. It is now crazy a year later. All my buddies, even my cousin, bought a Super 73 S2, the black version. It's funny. So all four of us actually own the black one now. just funny. They ask me what I think is worth buying, and I say it's this or the arielrider. And they always seem to get the black S2. It's like the popular option for these guys. Yeah, I just realized we all have black S2s. Me, Jason, you, and GJ.
The easiest things are like matches. Unless you really like a certain color.
Right. You guys, it's just clean looking too.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
Street riding. I typically don't do this, but we're here. I wish I had my mirrors today. It is freezing. I recommend the RX to folks that have back issues for sure, and only needs one bike, like let's say they already have other bikes for other off-road adventures that they're doing. What else can I say? The suspensions are great for the Super 73 RX. However, they're not for like competition grade. You know, these D&M shocks on the rear, pretty good in terms of the adjustable capabilities that it does. But I'm talking about the front fork. The front fork, it literally says, do not do big jumps on it, or nothing crazy that you can do in these forks. But for street use, I think it suffices. It handles the mini bumps pretty well. I also recommend the Super 73 RX if you can afford it. Why not? Get you that extra comfy on the on uneven pavement. But ultimately, I think it's definitely a pavement cruiser. It's a more expensive pavement cruiser than the Super 73 S2 because of those better brakes, better suspensions, and it has rear suspensions. Keep in mind it is an inch taller than the S2, so for bigger folks, I recommend the RX for sure. Always go for a rooftop ride if you can, guys. Wow, they're doing the light parade here. I think I forget what they call it, Electro Mile or something like that. So we're in Monrovia, Santa Anita Mall. Yeah, what else can I say about this RX? I recommend it for taller people, for sure. But if you're like shorter than 5'3", I don't recommend the RX. Because my wife, she's 5 foot tall. She rides it fine, but she has to tiptoe, and it's a little stressful for her riding this bike. And again, as soon as I introduced her to electric mountain bikes, she's had no more desire to keep this bike anymore. Again, if you're more off-roady, definitely consider a DIY bafang or an electric mountain bike, because that's what that's for. Yeah, this isn't that good on the hills, in my opinion. Always go on a rooftop for some views, sunset views, and just have a chill time. Alright, what else can I say about this RX? Yeah. I recommend these bike if you can afford it, and I know you can afford it. You spent more on your S2 already than an RX price, in my opinion. I didn't think you were going to spend so much. It's you need
to change stuff on it.
Yeah. You need to be careful because there's a rabbit hole effect where where I'm seeing you already. I mean, what else can you do in that bike? You've done everything already. Cane build, Ranger, custom seat.
Well, I want to do something.
Tuffy liners.
Have you seen those Super 73s in Hawaii? The really fast ones. They go 80 miles an hour.
Oh yeah,
and they have like
a custom casing. Yeah. You want to do that?
I'm not gonna make it that fast.
Because you're gonna
aesthetically, that's what I want to do.
Dude, those are thousands of dollars that those guys poured in that.
Nah, but not performance-wise. It's just aesthetic.
They made it an e-moto, basically.
Yeah.
It's not a moped anymore.
Yeah. No.
But these are mopeds. To me, these are mopeds. It's funny that they call it e-bikes, but they're mopeds first, in my opinion, right? You know how it is, pedaling. You didn't buy this to pedal.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and at least you knew that beforehand. So don't buy these bikes thinking that, you want to get an exercise out of it, because these are definitely primarily mopeds. E-mopeds, in my opinion, for sure. All right. We are leaving Santa Anita Mall, heading to Upper Hastings Ranch area for some holiday lights, hopefully. Going around traffic. kind of need to stay in the straight here. Whew. I don't really street ride, but if you do, bring someone with you so you take up a lane. It's just safer that way. I'm trying to look for like a place that sells hot chocolate because I'm freezing my buns off. It's cold. Even my buddy's cold, and he rarely gets cold. I feel like my gloves or my hands are frostbitten. Does Subway sell hot chocolate? Does Subway sell hot chocolate? Oh my gosh, I'm so cold that I'm pedaling on this Super73 RX. Pedaling right now. But, you know, geometry-wise, I don't recommend it for long periods of time because the heavy weight of this bike, it's not fun pedaling. Especially with the rear hub motor. That's like what you're pedaling against, or you're pulling your motor. Hastings Ranch Drive. Looking at some holiday lights. Hopefully. Yeah, they still have it. December 11th to 31st. And this is what we've done last year as well. Well, we parked here last time. A little bit hilly. But pretty cool. Pretty cool time. We gotta find a kid selling hot cocoa, like as a lemonade stand. Yeah, I took Jason here last year on the S2 and an RX. Same thing. At the time, he didn't know that his wife Chan already bought him an S2. Yeah, it was hard to keep it from him. Let's just keep going up and then we'll go downwards. Downhill. Let's let the cars pass. Pretty cool scenery when all the neighborhood decides to contribute to the holiday lights. Yeah, check out the sign. It says hot cocoa at Don Benito, weekends, 6:09 p.m. and donation benefits 5th grade class. I would like to partake. I'm freezing. There's a sign that says hot chocolate up ahead.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I still have 40% at least, battery-wise. See, hot cocoa ahead. You see that? You have cash, Will? I don't have cash. I wonder if these kids will take Venmo. We'll see. Hello.
Hi.
We definitely would like hot cocoa. if you guys...
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
For the water
We can
here.
wait.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah. In summary, I recommend the Super73 RX for those that can't afford it, but just know that there's other options out there. They'll offer more torquier e-bikes, such as the arielrider Grizzlies, or even the xclass 52 volts that goes 36 miles per hour. This RX is definitely more comfier than the xclass 52 volts though, however, so I'll give it that. On both suspensions, you have a lot more travel on this and on the front fork and on the rear suspension. Sometimes it's not always about the faster e-bike. Sometimes it's about the more comfier ride. If you're shopping for, again, the RX, or you're considering the RX or the S2, honestly, I recommend the S2 because it's a pavement cruiser. I think that's all you really need. For me, it performs almost just the same. But again, if you can afford the RX, and if you're a taller rider, like my buddy Will here, I do recommend the RX. Also, another thing to keep in mind, the S2 is 73 pounds and the RX is about 87 pounds. So there are a lot of bike racks out there are only like rated for 60 pounds. Oh, it's getting bumpy here. And when you take out the battery, your Super 73 S2 can go on those bike racks because it's rated for it. But the RX, you're gonna have to get a more expensive bike rack to transport the RX around. Something to keep in mind. All right, folks, we're gonna be heading home, hungry, getting some food, and what have you. Thank you for tuning in on today's e-bike adventure. Like and subscribe for more content. Check out my useful links in the description below for additional discounts on a Super 73 or your arielrider or your DIY bafang kit. That's a wrap, folks. We out. Peace.